all, double 1/8 Seth Shadow here. So let's go ahead and get into today's Market Watch, which is going to be filled with a whole lot more items that are just staying around prices and also those that have just been dropping off. So it's going to be more of a bargain bin rush today. So the first thing I want to talk about today is Polyphonic Overdrive Artisaria, which, while this one has been going down in value, it seems to be kind of stabilizing now between 10 and 15, while also having a shortage of listings on the triple rare right now. We're down to 10 listings on this card, and the market price is now about $15.50, where we had been seeing a few sales more closer to the $10 range, but now there's heavy consolidation for about $15 on this card, effectively making this one of the bigger triple rares to pull in this set now. In comparison, Sealed Blaze of Arbitration Bavsargra Axa has been dropping as well, despite the fact that a lot of its older support cards have been seeing a lot of gain in value. But a few of the other support cards for Bavsargra in this set have also been taking a dip, and in comparison to Artisaria, this triple rare has 22 listings on the market. There is a $6 listing right now, but after that, they immediately go back up to 10 plus. So it's still at least a $10 card right now, and with team leagues coming up soon, or rather, they're about to get started, this is definitely one of the decks you're going to be watching out for in those team leagues. Devilish Flanger Loofer, which is one of Artisaria's support cards from DivineZ 7, has aligned on the triple rare and the silver rare right now, just under $5 for each of them. So at this point, better just to pick up the silver rare if you're going for this card. But it's interesting to see that despite having 27 listings on the triple rare right now, the pricing has been going up on this. It was downward towards 2 for a little while, and yet it's still a consistent buy more recently for $4 to $5 as compared to the $3 rate that we saw much earlier in the month. So it's interesting to see just how this is managing to move up in price despite a higher amount of listings. Some of the other ride lines that have been introduced in this set, which aren't as big, include the Hound Razors. So one of the grade 3s for that one, Hound Razor Aoi, is currently at 12 listings on its triple rare and has a market price around $1, and its base price is currently around $2. The silver rare has a much bigger leg up in comparison, where it's closer to $10, but the market price is closer to $7. And if you want the FFR for that one, that's about 38 at the baseline. The other one is the Siren set. Argo Siren Calipia, which is the grade 3 of this series, is under $1 to pick up at the lowest, with 32 listings on the market in comparison to Aoi, so it's nowhere near as popular in comparison. The silver rare is just above $6 with 7 listings on the market, and the FFR is also in the $30 range, closer to $33.50. A little talk on Levy Dress. We have its new support card from DivineZ 7, Acquired Panther Raid, which is also a really cheap triple rare to grab from this set. 33 listings at 80 cents to start off with, and that one has a market price of just over $1.30. The silver rare is currently around $2 with a market price closer to $6, and the FFR's just about $15. As for Levy Dress Imperio himself, he has gone down pretty substantially. 27 listings, and now you can easily pick him up for under $10 right now. But eventually the consolidation does get back to about 10. Though if we take a look at the actual sales, most of them are closer to $9 or even $8 when you consider. But there are a few that have been selling closer to $10 as of late. So it's one of those that can just maintain a little value, but it's overall still on a downtrend. With Blaster Blade the Vanguard coming in Festival 2025, I wanted to revisit Knight of Inheritance M-Line. Right now, the card at its lowest is about $10 to $11 between the Triple Drive reprint and the original promo that you can pick up. Otherwise, it's $14 for the Festival Booster 2023 reprint, and it's only high rarity, and FFR, also from Triple Drive, has a single listing at $90, but a market price at around $57. So we got some new announcements from Bushiroad today in regards to a new Stokea ride line that apparently has a lot to do with just trying to fill up your drop zone as much as possible. And it made me think back to how Night Rose was considering devouring Arm of the Crumbling Sea, which I've got here in front of me. So this is a card from set 13. It's a double rare and an FR, which is about $1 to pick up and has a ton of listings on the market. But if you never got this card, it's pretty cheap and probably a nice one or two of just to have in your back pocket for being a 25k attacker on its own if you meet all of its conditions. The sky fell on Youthberk Revel Form's Full Blast, and it fell hard. 27 listings on the market for this card, which was once one of the biggest chase cards of set 13. Now you can pick the card up for as little as about $6. It was a huge crash in its market price, where it's now closer to about $18 from a peak in April of about $28. And right now, when it comes to its availability, consolidated more so around $10, but we do have a lot of individual listings that are more so around $5 to $7. So yeah, that's not a good ride for Full Blast. And even Bard of Brave Instrument Corino, which is intended to play for the new rebuild and exist-based Youthberk decks, this card has also dropped off from its hype pricing and can be picked up for around $10 again. 20 listings on the market for this one. The market price is still in the $20 range, but while we have a single one that's around $10, $11, they're starting to come up under $15 now. We have a good amount of copies that are available for around $13 to $13.50, and in terms of what it's actually been selling for, we've been seeing it move pretty readily around the $13 mark. Sweet Honey Garden, a rare from set 11. I've talked about this on occasion here and there, but I want to revisit where it's at right now, which is actually a pretty good position for just trying to pick it up at this point. This is one of those rares that went over $1. Now you can pick it up for just about $1 with 31 listings on the market right now, and there is a decent amount of consolidation at 80 cents. So definitely not bad in case it shoots up again, depending on just what kinds of decks might get to see it play. Viamon's Bruce's triple rare is almost off the market. This is from set 9 and only has 2 listings from $10 onward. Which, let's see what that second listing is. 15. And both listings only have 1 copy, so there are literally only 2 copies on the market right now. The market price is currently around $8, and it's been recovering from a low of closer to $6.50. Burrow mushrooms is something you might want to pay attention to, given that we've got some new support. We've got some new potential usage for it in later Stokea decks that are incoming. 9 listings right now on the rare from set 9, which has been selling for at least around $3 and a little higher than that. In terms of its availability, we do have some consolidation under $3, but most of it is closer to... It's actually kind of spread, but we do have a good amount of them that are $3 to $4 before they start to jump back up to 10s. So if you don't have these, do keep in mind, though, that Burrow Mushrooms doesn't have just its one rare. It does also have a few other listings that you can pick up. So there's... Oh, geez. The promo variant only has 1 listing at $265. The foil version of the promo is now about $650 with 4 listings. And the frame rare has 6 listings starting from $450. So they are going from the low end, which could drive the high end to go higher. Freischützer Maximum's rare is currently at a baseline of about $3 and 22 listings on the market. Market price is currently around $3 as well, which is a drop off from about late March, where it was almost $360. The card itself, I mean, Welstra has not been seeing any significant support for a while, outside of us getting the Astrum Welstra, which will be coming in Festival 2025 for us. So that's something to look forward to, but not exactly something to look forward to if you're thinking about it for like big competitive play. However, it's just another fun variant of trying to play the deck. Consolidation of the cards more so around 250 and underneath that. So definitely still easy to pick up, but remember that this card is only printed in set 7, meaning that it's overall still short printed in comparison to a lot of other rares. Acute Dragon Irophos. This is a set 5 double rare which saw some buyouts a long time ago when Varga Drax came out, and it had some play in some variants of Overlord. Now it's getting bought out again and only has 3 listings on the market starting from $10. The market price is currently just over $5 and saw a bit of a pickup in how many got sold. Someone actually bought 7 copies of this card for almost $6 a piece. So not sure what's happening on that front, but it's ranging from $10 to $15 to pick up right now. Long out of print with no reprints from set 5. So just keep that in mind if you're looking for this. Incinerate Dragon, which is one of our newer shop promos, is something I wanted to revisit with Cote Blaze getting new support later on. You can pick up the regular one around $3, while the foil is currently $6.50 at its lowest, and also has 6 listings on the market, but the regular one has 19, so there's still a lot there, and we're still cracking open those tournament packs, so there's still time to grab it. And then there's also Variance Ray Dragon, which currently has 8 listings on its regular version for about $9, and the foil has 7 listings for $14 to start off, both of them at market prices underneath $10. This one is for Varigula, which is going to be getting yet another starter deck set later on in the year, along with a different starter deck set, basically to stay in tune with the Sky manga that we got recently. And of course, we have the second copy of the manga coming out, along with the Order Cycler for Stokea, the one that's intended to be more like Tedfault rather than the current Morpheus. And that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.